Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Alyssa and I have my best friend Brenda here with me today.
Hi.
Today is a very special video because today is episode 2 of Boss Up With Lyss.
Yes.
And we are doing a very special video because we are interviewing Brenda for her business.
Yay.
So in this series, Boss Up With Lyss, it is all about women empowerment and how you can boss up and just get into different industries. I know a lot of people do want to start their own businesses, but they don't necessarily know where to start or where to go and basically what interests them. So the whole point of this series is to show you guys different industries and different businesses with some amazing boss babes, so you guys can kind of see if it's something that you're interested in, how you guys can get started, and just more information from a specialist. So that is why I have Brenda here with me today.
Yes.
Because we're going to be
so happy to be here.
I know, thank you so much for being on my channel. It's been a while, huh?
It's been such a long time.
It's been a cool minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're interested in body sculpting and wanting to learn more about what it is and how you can get into that industry, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, before we jump right into the questions, I did want to talk to you guys about how I know Brenda, because it's been over
a year and a half, almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years, right? Yeah. It's so funny because if you follow me on my social medias, you know who Brenda is, I'm pretty sure. She's my bestie.
Yes.
We became we became close so quickly. And I think it's just because we have similar values,
similarities.
Yeah, mindset and goals and stuff like that.
For sure.
Yeah, so when Brenda was starting her own business, I was literally so happy that she was finally gonna have her own business and understand being a businesswoman and the struggles and the successes with all of it. So it was really, really cool, just how our friendship works and also with business. So
yeah.
We met on Instagram. Yes, we met on Instagram, you guys. So if you guys are looking for friends, shoot your shot, okay?
Literally.
That's literally what happened. I was like,
half of my friends are from Instagram.
Yeah, that's how it is nowadays, okay? We're in the industry of just social media friends.
Literally.
But I think it was one day I asked, I think I slid into your DMs.
Yeah, I think you did. And we just, ever since that, it's been history. We literally had a brunch date.
Yes, it was so cute. It was literally the cutest thing ever for a first little meeting.
We had a cute little bougie brunch date, and yeah, ever since that, it was history.
Yeah.
Started going out. She invited me to her bachelorette party. Only what, 3-4 months knowing
each other. And I was a solid one from there. I was like,
I felt very special because I never expected that. So I mean, for the short period of time that we have been friends, we've done so much.
Yeah.
So much. She's came to my hometown, and yeah, it's been
so much fun. But yeah, it's been great having a friendship that also understands business and all that good stuff. So that's just a little bit of a background on us if you guys didn't know. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get on into the questions. Okay, so I have a series of questions here for Brenda, so we can just kind of get to know her business a little bit better, how she started it, what advice she can give some people that are wanting to start in this industry, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so question number 1. How did you get started with Bodies by Brenda, and what inspired you?
So I will say that the idea of having a business has always been something that I wanted to do. I've always been inspired by people who have their businesses, so it's something that I knew that I would want to get into. But as far as body sculpting, I got into it because I got body sculpting done myself. So I was so obsessed with it, and the time that I got it done in Chicago. So I live in LA now, and I remember that I was just so obsessed with it, and I just loved my results. So I came back home to LA, and I was still intrigued.
I remember you told me all about it. You were like, we gotta find somewhere to get this done.
Yes.
I remember.
I was so intrigued about body sculpting, so I looked into it, and I came across a girl that was offering trainings, and that she was just helping people like myself that were wanting to get into the body sculpting industry. So I reached out to her, and yeah, ever since then I knew that was what I wanted to do.
So you were sold after you seeing the results, because you knew that it works, it actually works, and you could help people. I
myself tried it, so I felt so good about it, and I was just like, this is so amazing. This girl helped me feel confident in myself with these treatments, so I would want to do that for someone else. So yeah, I knew off the top of my head that was something that I wanted to do, and it was just
that's amazing. And the thing is, I remember too, you were like you said at the beginning, like you knew you wanted to have a business.
For sure.
And it was just like a matter of figuring out what it is that you
was,
like.
Of course.
And sometimes it takes, you know, people longer. That's like the whole point of the series, is that like you may know you want a business, you know you don't want to work for somebody else, you want to be in control of your time and your money, but like you just don't know exactly what it is that interests you. So I was really happy for you when you figured out like what it is that you really liked, because it was something that, you know.
Yeah, obviously you can have a business in anything. Nowadays you can make a business out of everything. But there wasn't one thing that I was, you know, in love with. So when I literally just like the idea of this, and I just was so interested, and it's something that I knew I had an interest in really, really like a lot. So yeah, I just went for it. And
at the end of the day, you're helping people. So that's like the best thing.
Of course, yeah.
Cool, okay. Yeah. Question number 2, what kind of obstacles did you run into before opening your business?
So, obviously opening your business is something scary, I will say. It's something scary, and it's something that, you know, I feel like we have to prepare ourselves to do. Or actually, no one is actually really prepared to open. Yeah, no one is actually ever prepared to open up their own business. So as far as me, I was going into this industry that I pretty much had no idea.
Yeah, like not nothing.
So it was kind of scary, but I pretty much pushed through. I was very persistent on what I wanted. So I did so much research on, you know, body sculpting, and that's how I got through it. I, you know, became so comfortable with myself and what I was going to be doing that I just went for it. And and I just felt I had to, you know, feel comfortable in what I was going to do. So yeah, I just felt like it was like, I'm gonna go all in or not. You know what I mean?
No, I totally get that.
Yeah.
And did you feel like you had to like save a certain amount of money, or like what is that like whole background? Like how do you prepare yourself in this industry to open up a business?
So as far as financial status goes, so yes, body sculpting is very expensive. I will say that.
To get started though.
To get started, to get into the business, to buy all your equipment, it's very expensive.
Right.
So yes, it's something that I did have to prepare myself for. I had to pay for training, I had to pay for my equipment, for all the machines.
So it's definitely an investment.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I will say that I invested a lot of money into it, a lot of time into it. So yeah, I did have to prepare myself as far as like financial goes. But I pretty much knew what I was gonna get myself into, so I was okay with it, because I, you know, always told myself, you know, if I'm going to buy this, it's because I'm gonna be focused, and this is going to be exactly. Yeah. So yeah, at the end of the day, I was okay with, you know, spending all this money on my business, because I knew that I was going to be, you know, all into it, and I was going to pretty much.
It made sense for you.
Exactly.
And you knew you wanted to do it. So
exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Okay. So the next question, I kind of want to go a little bit more in detail about the machinery, because you said it is an investment. So for someone who's watching, like, what type of machines do you need? What would you recommend starting off with? Is there like maybe only one machine that you can just start off? Like how could you give us a little bit more detail on that for someone that's watching that wants to start a business?
Yes. Okay, so I will say that first of all, body sculpting is just not one machine, certain treatment, or one certain machine. I will say that there's hundreds and hundreds of machines out there that do certain different body sculpting, you know what I mean? So I mean, it all comes down to what you're gonna offer.
So can you give us a rundown of, like, for example, what you offer? Just like an idea.
Okay, so as far as what I offer in Bodies by Brenda, I have lipocavitation, I have radio frequency, I have butt enhancement, and all those 3 services require a machine.
Okay. So different machines.
Different machines, but all of them require a machine. I also do something, I also do wood therapy massages, which are practically wood therapy tools, or wooden tools to work on the body. So obviously that's all natural. You don't need any machinery. But as far as like the lipocavitation, the radio frequency, and the butt enhancement, you do need a machine. So all those 3 machines are different. Okay. All those 3 machines are different. Butt enhancement is a vacuum therapy machine. Lipocavitation is a machine that works specifically on that. And then I have a machine that has radio frequency in it. And it's like I will say it's like a 5-in-1 machine. So it has 5 different ways
you could use it.
to use it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you
That's
can
a good investment.
Yeah, it's definitely a good investment because it has like, you could do radio frequency on your body, or which is a bigger probe, or you can do radio frequency on your face, which is a smaller probe. Vice versa. You know, there's different types of like probes to use for your body. And that one, if I'm not wrong, also includes lipocavitation, but I have a separate machine specifically for that because as far as machines go, I wanted to make sure that I was getting something that was going to be worth my money because they are pretty pricey. So I did do my research and I figured out that, you know, this machine was going to be specifically for lipocavitation and it was going to be good for that. And this machine was going to be good for radio frequency. So I bought, as far as that goes, you know what I mean? I bought a machine that was practically specific for one or the other. So I invested in that, and yeah, I mean, as far as machines goes, like I can recommend you so many machines, but there's so many out there, like I don't even know where to start, you know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That makes sense though. So they just got to do some research on the machinery.
Yeah.
And then just figure out what type of services they want to offer.
Exactly. So there's different, like I'm saying, body sculpting is so many different types. There's so many different types of body sculpting. You could do cool sculpting. That's a whole different machine. You can do Kybella. That's a whole different thing. You know what I mean? So there's so many types of body sculpting, but I specifically do the ones that I mentioned. Yeah.
And do you consider yourself like, you know how there's so many different types of things, do you consider yourself like for your business like a specialist in one type of thing, or is there something that like your customers come to you like more specifically for?
Yeah, so yeah, most definitely. I feel like people are very interested in lipocavitation, which is the treatment that melts your fat and sculpts your and sculpts your body. So I feel like most of my clients that do come in because of that.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, butt enhancement is very popular, but I will say that lipocavitation is probably my number one, yeah, for sure.
Cool. So, question number 4. Walk us through a typical day for Bodies by Brenda.
Okay. So, as far as my business goes, I do work from home. So I do have an extra room in my home where I have, you know, my equipment, my massage bed, everything there. So yes, I do work from home. My clients do come here. I normally wake up and see what time I have clients. Most of the time it's in the evening. Sometimes it could be in the morning. So depending on what time my clients come in, I have like a normal day. If it's in the evening, I have a normal day. I, you know, do my house duties.
All your stuff. She
Oh,
has a YouTube channel.
I do have a YouTube channel as well, so I'll focus on that if I have to. So, and then whatever time I have a client, I will normally, you know, come into my room, you know, get into my work headspace and just wait for them to arrive. And once they arrive, we just normally start our our treatment. It's normally about 45 minutes to an hour long. So yeah.
Is there any sort of like rituals or preparing that you do before they come? I don't know, let's say, I mean, obviously you sanitize.
Of course.
But like, is there anything else like specifically that like you do necessarily?
No, to be honest, no. I obviously do have to sanitize before and after every client. So I have to make sure that the bed has a new towel on it. I have to make sure that the machine itself is clean. And that's obviously kind of pretty quick. So it doesn't really take so much time preparing for a client. So no, there's nothing like really specific that I have to do.
So most of the time is just doing the actual like treatment on the client.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cool, pretty easy.
Question number 6. Do you have any haters, and how do you respond to competition? Do you even have, like, do you feel like you have competition?
So as far as body sculpting goes, I feel like, yes, there is some sort of competition because lately I feel like it's very popular.
It's becoming more popular, right?
It's becoming more popular. Before this, though, I feel like body sculpting wasn't really a thing. Like, I hadn't really heard of it, which is why I got into the business because, you know, I felt like there wasn't a lot of people that were doing body sculpting. So I was like, oh my God, I want to do something that not like a lot of people are doing.
Right.
But the more I'm doing it, the more I'm realizing that a lot of people are doing it. So as far as competition, no, I feel like I don't have a competition. I'm not gonna tell you that there's a certain like person or a business that I'm in competition with. No, absolutely not.
Don't even pay attention to it.
Don't even pay attention to it. As far as my page goes, I do have a lot of people that own their own body sculpting business that do follow me and do reach out to me, and they do say that they're, you know, they do like my work and stuff. So I have had contact with other people that are in the industry.
Is it very community based a little bit, or not as much? Are you still kind of getting to know?
I'm still kind of getting to know. It's only been like 3-4 months. So I'm still, you know, new to it. But no, I don't feel like I have any hate, or I've never
nothing like that yet.
No negative comments from anyone. So I mean, not now. We'll have to see.
Okay.
But
well,
yeah, it's been a really good.
But you just focus on yourself. Like you're not even really focused on like, what can I do to like be like this?
Oh, absolutely not.
You're just like trying to grow for yourself and do what you can.
So as far as my business, there isn't like someone that I'm trying to, another business that I'm trying to be like, or something that, or someone that I guess I'm inspired by. No, I pretty much do it on my own. I do what I like, you know.
Okay. Well, someday someone might be copying you. No, just kidding.
Yes, I mean, I don't know, you know.
I'm just kidding. But, you know, obviously, like, we're all for women empowerment. If you have questions, you know, obviously come to her. But obviously be yourself and be unique as much as possible, you know.
I mean, you can obviously be inspired by someone, but that's one thing. Another thing is actually copying them.
Right.
You know
like,
what I mean?
Every single move is, like, completely different. Yeah.
Because I know there's people that do that, you know, and I don't think that's cool.
Yeah, no. It's your hard work and it's your story, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay, so next question. I want to get a little bit into your product line because you do have some products. So tell us a little bit about that, what you sell, what it does, and like all about that.
So just recently for my business, I started selling waist trainers. So I launched waist trainers for my clients to use, but I also have a website where anyone who wants a waist trainer can buy it.
Okay.
So I just really love the idea of waist trainers, just because if you're getting a service done, what better way to keep your results by just waist training? And it has been a game changer. I myself have been waist training for years, so I knew that if people were gonna come invest their money in a product, you know, why not invest their money in a waist trainer where they know that they can keep the results for the long run? So yeah, I decided to invest in waist trainers, and it's been amazing. I have the waist trainers that I have, I feel like, you know, are amazing. I've tried them out myself. I've tried so many waist trainers in the past, and I really do love them. I have them in black and nude. I feel like showing them. Should I show them?
Yeah, of course. Let's show them.
Let me bring some. So this personally is my waist trainer. This is the nude Bodies by Brenda. Bodies by Brenda.
Bodies by Brenda.
Brenda! Stop! You guys are really... The Bodies by Brenda. Coming soon. Who's Brenda? So here are the waist trainers that I have. This one is mine personally, and I have the same one but in two different colors. So this is the nude, and I have the black right here. But as you can see, this is my Bodies by Brenda waist trainer, and it does have my logo on it.
Super cute.
Which I thought was so cute, and it just
BBB.
Exactly. It just, you know, has a little piece of me and my business, so I really love that. The reason I decided to go with this waist trainer and specific is because I do really like that it has the belt strap on it, and I feel like that gives you more of an opportunity to cinch your waist.
Even more, right?
Yeah, so sometimes when we're wearing the waist trainer, it can either stretch out, or, you know, it can get to the point where, you know, it's pretty much
not doing its job anymore. Because obviously waist trainers, it's fabric, it will stretch out over time. So I decided to get the one with the belt because you can just cinch your waist in as much as you want, wear it if it fits you big, no matter what, it's still gonna cinch your waist. So yeah, that's why I decided to go with it, and I do really love it. The material is amazing. It's fun. I love them.
I know,
so cute.
I know. I've tried so many different waist trainers, like I said, and I've seen so many different materials, and this by far is the best one. So I'm so happy with them. I always, you know, tell my clients how much I really like them, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback from people. So,
and I really like that you carry a wide range. Right?
Of course.
You do extra small, or
I do have extra small, and I go up to 4XL.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I have 5XL, so that sold out. Actually sold out.
Wow.
So I have 4XL.
That's great that you're like catering to like everyone and all types of bodies, and you're really trying to help like your customers and your clients, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly what, you know, why I started my business. I wanted to help others, and if, you know, there's a person that's bigger than someone else, or someone that's smaller than someone else, you know, I have room for everyone.
Yeah. Awesome, I love it.
Yeah.
These are my fave.
Yes.
I love your logo so much.
So let me show you guys the black one, because I really do like the black one as well. So that was the nude one. And here is the black one.
And if you guys are interested, I'm going to be leaving all of her information, her websites, her social medias, and all that in the description, so you guys know where to find it. Okay, just check the description down below.
Yes. So here is the black Bodies by Brenda waist trainer.
And I love how the pink pops out in this one.
Yes, it's so gorgeous. So obviously, you know, same material, same quality. So good. Color. Yeah, so good.
Cool. Okay guys, so we are coming down to the last bit of questions. These next questions are going to be more specific on how you guys can get started in this industry if you guys are interested in starting your own business in body sculpting. So how can someone get started in this business and create their own business?
Okay, so body sculpting, honestly, it's not rocket science. Anyone can start their own business if they really want to. Like I said, before I, you know, knew that I wanted to get into this industry, I did so much research. So I made sure that I was informing myself.
YouTube or
YouTube, Google. Okay. There was countless nights where I was, you know, on the computer just looking at videos, reading articles about body sculpting, because I wanted to make sure that it was something that I did really want to do. So after, you know, I was convinced, that is when I started looking for people that did trainings or somewhere exactly somewhere where I can take classes, get certified, do it hands-on. You know what I mean? So yeah, just do your research, look for someone in your city that can certify you, somewhere where you can take classes, and just go from there. And the certifications are just kind of more like knowledge, just so you have the knowledge of it, right? Exactly. So I will say that body sculpting, well, where I'm from, body sculpting is not regulated, so you don't have to have a license. As far as you have your trainings, you get your certification, you know what you're doing, then you can pretty much start your own business. Yeah. Okay. It's so easy. So the first step would be do the research, and then find a quality educator or someone who can teach them to get more hands-on, because obviously to learn in this industry it's really hands-on. It's not like it's a skill, but like you need to be able to do it hands-on to get the motion of how to do it, right? Yeah, you can do as much research as you really want, but it's so different when you're actually doing the treatment on others. You need to make sure you know what you're doing and you're doing it right. So that's something that I really, you know, wanted to master. So essentially you could get the equipment and then just start practicing on friends maybe and all that stuff. But even, you know, like for you just wanted to make sure you had that extra knowledge from people that are already in the industry and like, could get like some tips from them, you know? Yeah, of course. Even before I got certified, I had the machines, and I remember I would always ask you to come over. I was like, can I just practice on you? Like, please? And Lyss was like, yes, I'll be right there. Yeah, say more. But would you say that made a big difference for you going to like a class? Oh yeah. Okay. Even my teacher told me, like, you're such a natural. Like, you know what you're doing. It looks like you're good. And I was like, because you did your research. I did my research, and not only that, you know, I had already my practice. And you had it done to you also. So and I had it done to myself. So I, you know, I pretty much, Okay, cool. All right, guys, we are down to the last question. So question number 10, what advice would you give to an aspiring body sculpting tech, body sculpting specialist, whatever you want to call it? What advice would you give to them if, you know, they want to start doing this business? What could you tell them right now? I would say to not give up. If it's something that you really want to do and you know you really want to do it, don't give up. Do your research, take your classes, invest all the money you have to in this business, because that's the only way you're going to get through. Like myself, you know, I was very persistent. I was very persistent in learning more about every, you know, different treatment. I was very persistent in, you know, finding someone that was going to educate me right. So, you know, I tried to make sure that I was doing everything right. And it's hard, because even to this day, I have girls asking me, like, what did you do? What did you do? And, you know, I try my best to help them and tell them, you know, this is what I did. Hopefully it helps you. Yeah, but, you know, you just need to keep pushing, just go for it. Yeah, definitely just go for it. That's pretty much what I did. I was just, from one day to another, I was like, this is really what I want to do. Yeah, so just go for what you want. Be very persistent. Don't give up. I found myself very stuck at one point with so many questions, but you know, and when you're lost, it kind of makes you feel like you're not going to achieve, and kind of makes you want to quit in a sense. But no, just don't. Keep going. Keep going. And things will always, you know, anything in life, when you keep pushing forward, and if it's something that you really want, so of course make sure this is something that you really want, right? But if it's something that you really want,
I don't think anything can stop you. Yeah, you'll have your your down, you know, times where maybe it's not as busy, or like you said, you're like in a rut or have questions. But if it's something that you really want, you're gonna push through those things and you're gonna keep going. So I think that's just like,
for sure. And especially, you know, times we're going through right now, we're going through a pandemic, so it's very hard to, you know, do things. So I myself was very scared on making, you know, my business during a pandemic, and it was very scary, and it still is, you know, it still is, but I didn't let any obstacle get to me, and I didn't let it stop me. So
yeah, you just have to live for right now, what you can do and what you can do right now to be better.
Yes.
All right, you guys, before we close off this video, I did want to pass it over to Brenda if she wants to let you guys know where you guys can find her. Where can they find you at?
So you guys can find my business at Bodies by Brenda on Instagram, or my own personal Instagram, which is Brenda Huerta _ with 2 A's, or even my YouTube, which is Brenda Huerta. And on my YouTube channel, I have a few body sculpting related videos where I talk to everyone about how I got started, what I did. I answer a few questions that I had people ask me. So yeah, if you want to learn more, I have videos on my channel. You guys can go to my business Instagram, where I also have, you know, before and afters. I have videos. I have countless things, that you guys can see there. I also have my own website where you guys can purchase your waist trainer. It's bodiesbybrenda.com. So yeah, so I'll leave all of that in the description as well, so you guys go ahead, check her out. If you guys have any questions, reach out to her. I'm sure she's more than happy to answer those questions for you. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. I hope you guys found this video informational. You guys got to learn a little bit more about body sculpting, how you can start your own business. Right now, there's no better time than to start a business, any business that interests you guys. Honestly, like, we are in a time where anyone can become their own boss at anything. You know, like Brenda's story, for example, she knew she wanted to be in business, but like just had to figure out what it is that she liked, and then she went from there. So go ahead and subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already, to continue watching this series all about women empowerment and boss babes and what you guys can do to level up for 2021, because we are so freaking close. It's crazy how close we are. It's so crazy how fast this year went. Yeah, it went so fast. Yeah. But next year's gonna be a good one, you guys, okay? Believe it, pray for it, manifest it. It's gonna be a good one. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Brenda, for being in the video. Thank you for having me. I love you. I love you too. And please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave some comments in the description if you guys have any questions. But with all that being said, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.